Hello, I am Philippe Lévy, head of the Department of Pancreatology in Beaujon Hospital in Clichy, France.
Hello, my name is Bénédicte Jaïs and I'm a chief resident. We're going to talk about our multicenter study entitled Serous Cystic Neoplasm of the Pancreas, a multinational study of 2,622 patients under the auspices of the International Association of Pancreatology and European Pancreatic Club, published recently in Gut.
Serous cystic neoplasm represents 10 to 16% of all cystic pancreatic lesions. They are benign in the vast majority of cases. Following guidelines, surgical resection is recommended for patients with disabling symptoms or in case of uncertain diagnosis. Some centers propose resection because of the risk of malignant evolution, mechanical complication, or because of uncertain diagnosis with malignant or pre-malignant lesion. Some other centers, like mine, very rarely propose pancreatic resection for serous cystic neoplasm.
The absence of consensus highlights the lack of knowledge about the natural history of serous cystic neoplasm, and the goal of this study was to analyze a large international cohort of serous cystic neoplasm in order to describe the disease-specific mortality, the growth rate during the follow-up, and the risk of malignancy.
Data were recorded at 2 points. The first one corresponds to the first imaging procedure. The second one corresponds to the last imaging procedure at the time of surgery or at death if it occurs. Patients were divided into 3 groups. The first one corresponds to patients who were operated on during the first year after the diagnosis. Group 2 included patients who were operated on at least 1 year after diagnosis. And Group 3 corresponds to patients who were never operated on with a follow-up of at least 1 year.
We had the privilege to recruit 2,622 patients from 23 countries. In accordance with literature data, majority of patients were females and median age was around 60 years old. At diagnosis, patients were in majority asymptomatic or had non-specific abdominal pain. Pancreaticobiliary symptoms were present in less than 10%. The morphological pattern was typical in 95% of cases, microcystic, macrocystic, or mixed type, and the tumor localization was ubiquitous.
Concerning patient outcome, 61% of them were operated on. Surprisingly, the main indication for surgery was uncertain diagnosis in 60% of these patients. Conservative management was undertaken in 39% of the patients. In this group of patients, the mean follow-up was 3 years. For patients who have been operated on for unclear diagnosis, the preoperative workup included both CT scan, MRI, and endoscopic ultrasound in only 13% of the patients, and 2 of these imaging techniques in 34% respectively.
Among the 1,271 patients who underwent surveillance, 57% of the serous cystic neoplasm remained stable in size. 37% increased in size with a tumor growth of 4 mm per year. 6% decreased in size, mostly after EUS fine needle aspiration. Among the followed patients, 963 patients were asymptomatic at the diagnosis and only 3% had new pancreaticobiliary symptoms.
Only 3 cases of serous cystadenocarcinoma were reported, giving a prevalence of 0.1%. But the most important result of this study is that the disease-specific mortality is 0.1%, while reported postoperative mortality is 0.6%. These figures should be kept in mind.
In conclusion, we showed that serocystic neoplasm is seldom symptomatic. It has a slow growth rate and is associated with a very low risk of new onset symptoms. Malignant progression is very rare, and disease-specific mortality of serocystic neoplasm is almost nil.
It is of paramount importance to achieve a complete preoperative workup for these patients, including CT scan, MRI, and endoscopic ultrasound, to get an accurate diagnosis of serocystic neoplasm. To operate a majority of patients for unclear diagnosis is not acceptable today. Surgical treatment should be proposed only in case of disabling and related symptoms or in case of concern for malignant evolutions. This study supports an initial, if not definitive, conservative treatment for patients with serocystic neoplasm. Eventually, I would like to thank all the investigators and scientific societies who allowed us to perform this large study and to include so many patients. Thank you for your attention.
Goodbye.